What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is JD from Let Her Rip Side by Side and Adventure. We have got the Pro R all cleaned up. We have got the Scrambler all cleaned up. Went out on some trips here not too long ago. We actually just got back from Turkey Bay. You'll see that video coming up. But we have got Big Red cleaned up. And we have got the trailer cleaned up. It is parked up over there. Everything is serviced. We are going to hop in Big Red. We're going to take a ride over to Nick's because I get to go test drive the new fancy unit on the market right now. So we'll pick you up in a second. Oh, and just like that, with the power of YouTube, we are currently down at Lang's Equipment. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Lang Equipment, I actually picked up OG from here. We'll put a picture up. Also picked up the Scrambler, this beast right here. And then we also picked up the Pro R as well, all from Lang's Equipment. Now, they do have multiple locations. They sell trailers, they sell lawnmowers, they sell power sport equipment. So let's check out some of their inventory and I'll pick you up from there. Alright guys, so as you can see, Nick has a little bit of everything here. Everything from snow bikes to snowmobiles to UTVs to ATVs, you name it, Nick can usually get his hands on it. Not only do they sell the power sport side of things, they sell the trailers to haul it. They have Lang Equipment here in Wausau, Wisconsin. They also have multiple other locations that you can get yourself into a Yamaha, not only just Polaris and other brands. Come see Nick at Lang's, tell him JD sent you. But that is not the main reason we are here. Check it out. You can kind of see it right there, and boom, there they are, guys. Okay, so this is my first time ever putting eyeballs on the new Polaris Expedition. Now, I will apologize already. We do have a Harley Davidson place right across the road, and the highway's right over there. So I will do my best to talk over that stuff. However, just gonna have to deal. We will be taking the two-seater Xpedition down to the park here, which will give me the ability to drive these rigs, get a feel for the inside, kind of give you guys a heads up on, you know, what I feel that the machines are all about. Are they worth the price tag? Only one way to find out. Anyway, the ADV 1000 Polaris Expedition is a next level rig. I did not know what to anticipate when I'd seen one in person, but I am extremely impressed in the fit and finish. Not only the bedside is just nuts. We'll try to pick up some light here, guys, but he does. He's got a full-size spare tire back here. Flip-up locking rear glass, which feels extremely sturdy. It doesn't feel flimsy or not cool. Locks up right here. Got your tailgate sitting on 30s. Everything feels solid. Everything feels tight. One of the main things that I noticed right away is the doors. It feels like a legitimate door. Now, this is a Northstar edition as well, so it comes with all the bells and whistles. You've got your front and rear windows. You've got all your heater controls, AC, windshield wiper. You've got everything from your winch controls to your signal lights to your hazard to comfort, standard, and sport mode as far as driving is concerned. Also has your on-demand four-wheel drive, turf mode, ride command. Even has the heater vents here. So flip out windshield. It's got your power outlets, everything for accessories. Got your 4,500 pound winch on there. This machine is something else. Let's get in it. Let's just sit in it just a little bit. Oh, she is comfortable. One thing that I have noticed immediately when I got in Nick's rig is it doesn't sound echoey. It doesn't sound rin-tinny. It doesn't sound cheap, if that makes sense. It is quiet. It is comfortable. For now, it smells even amazing, but there's a lot of room back there. I see the comfort as far as people riding in the back. It's going to be just as comfortable. So let's take a seat back here, see what it's all about. Oh, careful. All right, I'm in the back. Yes, leg room, decent. I've got room in front of me here, got your grab bar. I literally feel like I am sitting in the back of a truck. This rig is something else. Okay, anyway, done playing in the customer's new rig here. Feels weird. I don't know how I feel if somebody was playing in my rig, but I have permission. So just trying to highlight some of these new rigs coming on the market. And I know this is new for me. Let me know if I missed anything, if you want to see me do these in the future. But with that being said, I am going to hop in Nick's rig. I get to fire this thing up. Let's go take it for a cruise, get us to a quieter location with less traffic and Harleys. How's that sound? All right, first impressions. It is smooth. It is very smooth. Is the engine noise in here louder than I was anticipating? It is. So let's, we got signal lights now. Haha, we got signal lights now. Anyway, let's go take a ride down here. It does have an alternator, it does have an AC compressor, it does have all the lines as far as actually being able to run your AC. How well does it work? Let's pull into this little parking area here, kind of away from all the peoples. Alright, it feels very, very planted, if that makes sense. See, ride command and everything is working. I did forget that the AC button, and yeah, AC works. It works very well. First, let's start off with the power plant of this rig. That is a 999cc ProStar 1000 Gen 2 4-stroke dual overhead cam, putting out a claimed 114 horsepower. Is it a XP Turbo or is it a Pro XP? It is not. That's not the way these things are designed. However, it does feel like there's plenty of power delivery out of that 1000cc twin. Not only is it sitting on the Fox podium shocks here, but it is sitting on long travel, high clearance, dual A-arms with stabilizer bar, total of 14 inches of travel in the front. Now these rigs come factory with 30-inch tires. Now people have stated, including Polaris, that they will hold a 32. So he has some Raceline Pro Spec rims sitting on beadlocks, and then he's sitting on a 32 BFG KM3. No problem at all. With the high output power steering, you couldn't even tell there was 32s on there. It had no problem handling what it needed to in regards to that. Okay, so your box is pretty straightforward. It has a 600-pound towing capacity or hauling capacity in this box. It is pretty decent sized. You can see comparison to my arm. That's pretty big, but it does have your lock and load tie down points as far as that's concerned. And then to lift your bed, it's as simple as pull it up, and it is an assist bed, and away it goes type deal. Do you like my special effects? I did, but, oh, all right. Solid. Doesn't feel cheap. I like it. Bed, solid. Doesn't feel cheap. Let's close that up. Easy enough. Okay, so just overall, guys, I mean, between the independent rear suspension, the high-rise A-arms, the fit and finish, the quality of just how things look in general, just the attention to detail, simple things like this, you know, your rear window stereo system. The interior is next level. I know I've said that before, but just the fit and finish of the interior between the headliner and your dome light and your mirrors, windshield wiper, I feel it is kind of a next level rig in regards to comfort, quality, and just overall design of this machine. So to get underneath the hood, simple couple quick half clips here, couple rubber mounts, and then it's that easy as far as your accessories. Now this is your in-cabin filter, your windshield washer, fluid reservoir, all your hookups for all of your accessories, and it does have your firewall grommets to get wiring and stuff through there. It does have a powered antenna for signal as far as your cell phone service and your ride command, anything that requires online capabilities. They have amped that up considerably on these units, and the way Nick made it sound, it helps considerably. So, all right, I'm gonna button this up. We'll check out a couple other things and go from there. Your intake and stuff is right here versus where they used to have your frog skin over the top of the wheel well. Having it way up here, I think, is an absolute game changer, because even on my Scrambler or any of my razors, I'm constantly worried about the fact of stuff getting flipped up over either into your intake or your intake of your clutches, which unfortunately just causes premature wear. So little things like this should help prolong the life of your clutches and all the miscellaneous stuff that you don't want to get nasty. It's fun playing in the mud, but having to worry every single time you're out playing, am I destroying something, am I damaging something? Little things like that gives you, I guess, peace of mind when you want to stuff in the mud hole or do something crazy. But you know, it does have your hitch assembly here, or your hitch receiver mount. It really is a next level machine. There you've got your air filter and stuff tucked up in here. Basically, it is a whole lot of machine packed in a actually not bad sized footprint. I guess underneath here is your AC and your alternator are packed underneath there, which I guess is belt drive. From everything that says from testing out in the field, they have not had any problems with those. And when I push that button for that AC, I'm telling you what, we were ACing. It was nice. First time I've ever rode in a side-by-side that had AC. So seat is smooth. You've got your handles for your passenger. Got storage over there. Got storage in your center console with a bunch of 12-volt accessory plugs in your glove box. You've got your windows up and down. So let's see, how do they work? Look at that, like no joke. Like no joke, power windows. And it sounds good. It doesn't sound cheap or rickety, very well built. So let's hop back in this thing. Let's push some buttons and check some things out, shall we? Okay, all right, let's fire this thing up. Now, I don't know what that sounds like for you guys out there. From in here though, it is actually pretty quiet. Comfort, standard, sport mode for driving. Does have your 4-wheel drive, does have your 2-wheel drive, and it does have a cool thing about turf mode. Because I don't know about you guys, every time I go to ride my side-by-side, go put it in the yard to wash it, I'm leaving big turd chunks all over the yard. So having that turf mode, I think, is absolutely awesome. You've got your normal controls. Oh yeah, sorry about the wind, but it is hot. We're hitting that AC. We've got adjustable vent controls here, one over there. We've got some up here for your defrost. Let's check out this. Oh yeah, full-fledged flip-out windshield. These guys get all done. Dome lights bright. Windshield wipers. Tilt steering. Got your light controls. High, low, and off. Yeah. Wish I knew what the stereo sounded like. I've never been in a rig with a stereo, especially that comes factory, so maybe we'll see what Nick says and see if we can get something hooked up to the stereo, see how the stereo sounds. All I know is YouTube will knock it down because of copyright issues. But overall, guys, very impressed. Let's take it for another little cruise, get back to Nick's, and then we will pick you up when we get there. Well-built machine. I know I keep bringing this up numerous times. I did not know what to expect getting into this rig, but just the lack of rattles and how solid the power steering, the power delivery, everything in general about this machine, I really do like. Alright guys, so as a whole, what do I think? I didn't know what to think. Kind of my expectations are above and beyond what I was anticipating. I didn't know how I would feel about the square look of this rig, or either one of these rigs, but the fit and finish is beyond anything that I've been in as far as the side-by-side is concerned. Between the hauling capacity of the two-seater of 600 pounds and here, 200 or 2,000 pounds towing capacity, between this version with the tailgate and the locking rear hatch, to locking doors, to the overall fit and finish of this machine, it is unbelievable. Okay, I'm not saying that just to promote or that I have to. I'm saying that because I am actually relatively impressed. So that is the first time driving these. I could say the only thing I wasn't a huge fan of the two-seater is I expected the in-cab noise from the engine to be a little quieter with all the interior finishes and stuff, but you have to remember that your power plant is packed in literally right behind your seats. So, and it is a side-by-side, it still does have the off-road vibe, the off-road feel, so that's not such a bad thing. Now I would assume in the four-seater that once you're up front with the power plant being, you know, way back here, when you're sitting way up there, I would assume it is a little quieter. Kind of blown away. Overall, very impressed. Unless I were to drive it, I can't really give you my driving experience. However, just a little bit I did. The overall fit and finish of this rig is something else. I get why it is becoming as popular as it is. Could I see myself getting one? I don't know. They're slow. I like to go fast. If I was an overlander individual or somebody that really liked to travel off-grid, I could see where these rigs would be extremely handy, especially this one. I'm very impressed with that. And once you see it in person, it doesn't look like a Honda Element, just saying. All right, guys, but that is going to be it for this video. I would love to do more of these in the future. So, by the way, Polaris, Can-Am, anybody out there, you want to throw us some things, check out my YouTube channel, check out some of the videos, see if it's something that you would be like, hey, this guy should test some of our stuff, because I'll tell you how it is. I like it. Is it expensive? Yes. Is it slow? Yes. Does it have its place in the side-by-side industry? Sure the frick does. Am I going to buy one? Don't know. Polaris would give me one, I'd be like, oh yes, no, don't. I would drive the snot out of that thing. But with that being said, guys, I do appreciate all the support from each and every one of you. Don't forget, if you want to come get yourself some power sports, whether it's tires, accessories, side-by-sides, snow bikes, snowmobiles, trailers, you name it, Nick has got it down at Lang's. Be sure to tell him that JD sent you. Might help the channel out in the future, help us continue to create content for you guys. All the new subscribers, appreciate all the support. All the OGs that have been here since the beginning, appreciate each and every one of you as well. Don't forget, smash that subscribe, hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell if you want to see content when we post, and on to the next adventure.